everyone, and welcome to Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. In the news, Sulphur Springs police have identified a man accused of assaulting a woman, taking her car, engaging in a vehicle and then foot pursuit with police Wednesday afternoon as 47-year-old Terrence Raymond Beecham of Sulphur Springs. The man was arrested at 1:41 p.m. Wednesday on Helm Lane at Katy Lane by Sulphur Springs police officers. Beecham was charged with burglary of a habitation with intent to commit another felony, evading arrest, and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. Bond was set on Beecham at $175,000 total for the three charges. Police were dispatched to the 300 block of West Park Street during the noon hour Wednesday after someone heard a person screaming for help. While en route, officers received information that a man had assaulted a homeowner and then stole her vehicle. An officer spotted the car and attempted to stop it on Helm Lane at East Shannon Road. The driver of the car fled from police but wrecked out near the Quail Ridge apartments. The driver then fled on foot. After a search, the man was arrested. A 38-year-old Como man was arrested Tuesday afternoon at his County Road 2329 residence for possession of methamphetamine, and he allegedly confessed to 2 building burglaries. Sean Wayne Austin was charged with possession of a controlled substance less than 1 gram and with 2 burglary of building charges. The man had been identified as a possible suspect in a burglary, so Hopkins County Sheriff's deputies went to his residence at around 2 p.m. on Tuesday. Deputies were given permission to search the man's room, and they found some meth. A search warrant was also issued for the man's phone. Internet searches from the phone matching stolen property were located. The sheriff's investigation also discovered that the man had attempted to sell a stolen item, a zero-radius mower, to a family member. Sheriff's investigators were able to recover an estimated $10,400 worth of stolen maintenance equipment that was returned to property owner. In sports, Wildcats football team opens the regular season Friday night at 7:30 at Gerald Prem Stadium against Frisco Wakeland. The Wolverines are coached by Marty Secord. He was the first coach at Wakeland, and he is the only coach that they've ever had. Like Wildcats football coach Greg Owens at Sulphur Springs, Wakeland coach Secord is beginning his 14th season at the school. Coach Secord is now the longest tenured coach in the Frisco ISD since Frisco's Vance Gibson left after last season to become the head coach at East Texas Baptist University. Frisco Wakeland is in a tough district. Ranked teams in that district include Frisco Lone Star and the Colony. Coach Secord says Wakeland is playing a tough non-district schedule to get ready for district play, and that includes coming to Sulphur Springs Friday night. He says Wakeland and the Wildcats seem to be a lot alike. He says both teams lost lots of seniors off last year's teams. Coach Secord says Wakeland is rebuilding, especially on defense. Wakeland is led on offense by senior quarterback Dylan Leibel and senior wide receiver Kevin Reichel. The Wakeland offensive line is anchored by senior center Michael Callahan, a 4-year starter who's back after a knee injury last season. Other offensive line standouts include junior Ryan Tabor and senior Tyler Recksteiner. Coach Secord says Wakeland will be led on defense by outside linebacker senior Jake Marshall and senior safety Josh Starnes. He says he expects to play a couple of sophomores on defense. Coach Secord says his team's trip out of the Metroplex into East Texas will be something different, but he adds it will serve the team well down the road. He expects a good competitive game, just like last year's, a 2-point Wildcats win at Frisco Memorial Stadium. Coach Secord says his team was really green for last year's game, and he says they will be more experienced this year. He says Sulphur Springs is well coached and is a good football team. Both Coach Secord and Coach Owens say they don't know much about the other team. Both observed a scrimmage that had players wearing numbers other than their own for the most part. Coach Secord did notice the Wildcats' tall quarterback, who he says throws a good ball. He also mentions a Wildcat left defensive end that he says is a good football player. Coach Secord says both teams will be trying to find out who is a varsity player Friday night. And that's Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. Thank you for watching, and so long, everybody.